Hello everybody, how are you doing today? I hope you're well. This episode was filmed in January and February where it was freezing cold. The workshop is actually colder in the workshop than it is outside, so it was bloody freezing. I mean, outside it was about 0 degrees. Anyway, moving on from the temperature. Matt and Ian joined us today for a couple sessions of wiring, so that's what we're doing today. Because they were down, I only sort of filmed odds and sods. So you're going to see my face a bit more just so you understand what's going on. I'm going to be explaining. Anyway, we're going to get straight into it with wiring.
What am I doing with this? You said old.
Oh no, just pull it out.
Oh, right, okay.
I didn't want it. I decided I didn't like it.
You've never seen so much work going on in one workshop.
Gonna pull that.
What's going on?
We are pulling years of fucking radio cables out of the back of the boot so we can make a tidier cockpit so we can see what we're doing.
Cockpit.
Blue wire.
Blue wire, remote wire.
Little
that
blue
might be
wire.
connected to something. No, it isn't. Fantastic. That should be connected to something.
I was holding on to the other end of it.
Oh, you can hold my end any
I
day.
don't know why someone dropped ended.
What?
Because when you pull on it just snaps.
That's great. Look. Yikes. So it's probably still connected to
Just
something.
stabbed me fucking war wound.
That's the other end that I just...
to think about why we had so many ground issues.
Oh, be quiet.
Oh, I could show the ladies and gentlemen some of Pete's work from 10 years ago.
That's not something you went there.
That's the solder and that's the tape.
So now that we've seen why the last build for this car was slightly iffy, we're going to move on to much later in the day. We've removed an enormous amount of wiring from the car and we've generally had a little bit of a tidy up. So that's what you're going to see now.
Quick update. We've got some bolts in some bags. It's still really messy, isn't it, Pete?
Oh, God. So I did this while Ian and Matt fucked about.
Yeah, and also something happened in the boot, so it looks a bit cleaner now. That's Ian's fault. And they took out the aerial, so now we can't listen to classic FM while Pete's ragging it around Silverstone or something like that.
Because we were going to be listening to classic.
Yeah, bit of Beethoven.
Oh, and Pete's leaving tools everywhere.
Sorry, I'm waiting to remove it. Let manifold and see what they
Right, so now we've moved on from moaning about the best tool storage area in the workshop. I'm going to show you the wiring boffins, figuring out what some of the wires do for the immobiliser.
Oh, that's this. Is that splice? This is this splice here.
I reckon that's the power for the remote area.
No, I think
This is. If I remember
Literally
correctly, red and
splice.
white on this is power. So, well,
Yeah,
actually,
that's the signal. Yeah, the green's a signal wire.
No,
no, it must be power.
The
Pulling
green
power
goes
for
into
something.
the power.
I think this green is powering something else. After
No,
that.
I think they've spliced into that to get a signal to the system for whether this is open. Because this will close and it'll either close or open that circuit.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's the only thing that they do. This just goes,
It could be.
it follows straight in and it just goes to that.
Did the alarm
same thing in here.
hook into all the door close and boot sensors?
It should
so I
do.
think it's for your alarm, maybe.
So yeah, we just want to get.
Hello, Pete.
Aye.
Um,
So we are fully straight.
trim removal tool.
These two are ready
can
for
be
a
more
romantic
straight.
moment.
Get the battery lights.
Yeah, let's just get that run back in and.
Yeah, I just want to get it tucked
I look
in
pretty
so
good
we've
now.
not got the location in
And
it.
for the first time ever, ladies and gentlemen,
So,
it's not being used as a storage bin, apart from the tape. It's not really being used as a storage bin, if I'm honest. And the scissors that I deliberately left there to piss Ian off. Not bad, eh? And obviously that doesn't live there. Sweet.
This could be the most important clip of the entire episode. We're ordering pizza. It's very important that you feed your workforce on a build like this. And also some work happens in this clip. Something to do with the battery, so enjoy.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, that's ice.
Original crust and tomato based.
What are my options?
Kind of place. Cheese stuffed crust or calzone?
What's going on, Ian?
We're just putting the original.
Is this the chassis ground?
Yeah. What are the options?
Oh, and we're also ordering pizza at the same time.
Pepperoni and onions. Gonna delight American
So whatever we usually have, not the pepperoni one, the other one.
meat feast. We're going to a different place that we usually go to.
Oh right.
The important parts, eh? The important parts
Go out.
of the workshop. Ordering pizza.
Now, in this next clip, I get drowned out a little bit by the boffins talking, which is fair enough because they were doing something useful. So I'll just tell you what was happening now. They're feeding wires to the boot.
Pizza's been ordered. Captain OCD's been zip tied down there.
If that makes sense.
No, I think if we're running around the back of
Discussions
it
about-
and you want to just cut
Yeah.
it in, don't you?
Power cables. Pete's waiting for a power cable. aren't
I'm
you?
waiting for something to pass the red.
Oh no, it's not been up. I've just put it there, so which is generally in the right position.
Get both, take both.
Can't see the other.
Right, needs to follow the path of the other red cable.
We've made.
Follow the path of the other red cable.
Can I turn the flashlight on in mid-record? Look at that. You can turn the flashlight on mid-recording.
David's done a great job of hoovering the boot out. That's all he was trusted with.
I did. It's all stuck to the floor.
Why the fuck have we just got a random earth strap there?
And insulation.
Because I put it there.
I figured that. Oh, I get
Then you
you.
can turn your alternator over then.
Oh, I get you.
Are your indicators on?
Sorry, you
I don't think the indicator's on.
you better do start motor with that. If we terminate this at the other end, then with this you can do your start motor, can't you?
Yes.
That was the plan.
Yes.
How should we let it?
Well, it would be handy if we could start it one day. Are we all having fun?
No one really likes wiring. It's an enormous kerfuffle. Anyway, we've moved on. We're over in the engine bay now, and we're going to be unwrapping several wires.
Yes. And the lights. I turned the light off.
What's this rogue wire for?
It literally could be anything.
It could also just be okay.
You can also, yeah.
Wiring diagram.
Disappears into there.
Wires.
Are we taking all the tape off?
There's a fuse box down there.
You've got enough sheathing and stuff that we can sheath stuff.
We're just unwiring, untaping everything at the moment.
This can go. I rewired this in for the engine. I think there was the O2.
That's what's going on at the moment, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah, we are like really shit Christmas.
Video update 1262. Ian's working on removing an airbag from a Mark II dash that's going in the Mark 1. Pete is
Slowly losing the will to live.
slowly losing the will to live, unwrapping wiring looms. And Matt, what are you doing?
Mostly the same.
Oh, all right. Also losing the will to live. And then we've also cut a significant amount of, well, we being the clever ones, Ian and Matt, have done stuff.
I suppose you also did the sketchy door thing on this side too. Do you fancy taking the door card?
In fact, tons of fun. You can do that.
Oh yeah.
You can remove a door card.
All
Pretty
right.
easy job.
Right, now that everyone's lost the will to live, I've removed the driver's door card from the driver's door, and we've got an update on the wiring loom.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an Mx5. The wiring loom is now mostly sort of on the floor, as you can see.
The wiring loom and all the fucking gubbins out of it.
Yeah,
My fuse box is literally on the floor.
yeah, that we've got a lot of electrical tape. That is we're gonna lay all of the, is it like the body chassis, whatever it is, wiring out
The
over there.
auxiliaries, like lights and shit.
All the auxiliaries. Ian and Matt are doing important things that we don't really understand.
No, we're gonna fucking play.
To be honest, we haven't even bothered asking. The boot has been, the lights have been removed from the boot and the fog light. Well, the lights have been removed and the fog light as well.
The cable's snapped on it already anyway.
And they seem to be pulling out more wires. So there's a significant amount of wiring going on. We've also had some great, what's it called? We've been making labels. Oh yeah, so we've got some sketchy wires. Some
David's doing a bit for YouTube with the amazing camera.
dodgy welding that you can't actually read. and the people that are doing all of the hard work. Right, am I in your way?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, look at that. It's fantastic.
What a lovely bold spot. Don't worry, it'll happen to most of us. If you're watching this video, there's a high chance that it's already happened to you. Anyway, we've got another interior update for you, so spoiler alert, there's not much left.
Another thing I forgot to mention is that there is now no airbag under this dashboard thing. You can like pop it out if you have a trim tool, which I don't have. And that is where the ECU is going to live. Just don't tell anyone that wants to nick it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it's looking pretty strict on the interior as well. We've got these two power lines that are going for the ECU. We've got, that's the engine wiring loop.
Let's take a picture of Matt
from a house set.
from my car.
And then, I mean, there's nothing in here really apart from, you know, the ECU box.
Gave my car a nervous
Matt and
system.
drink. There's the car's nervous system. And there's the nervous owner of the car.
Apart from two motors with fucking door switches, there is nothing electrical in this car left.
And the ECU.
What do you mean by door switches?
No, the door switches, right? The electric motors for central locking.
Door switch.
Yeah, the electric motor.
Not much going on in it, and then we've still got.
The solenoid and the electric.
We come round here. Sorry, there's a lot of crap on the floor. Absolutely nothing going on at the back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
You've got an engine and whole engine lube in there, mate. There's loads of stuff.
And then we come to the front.
I've got all the best bits in it.
Besides
All
all the lube from this side's been removed. Got the boot release, and then you've got the engine.
Yeah.
Not a lot
You're
of
slowing us
stuff.
down now. Why am I? Because you don't got any headers on it. And ruin the car. You didn't fucking turn off.
There was a man who was meant to look at quote some exhaust headers for us because that's a complicated job, seeing as there's not much space.
There's no space.
So we're going to pay a man to do that. Well, Pete's going to pay a man. I'm going to sit there and look pretty.
Right, now we're going to move on to the next day. This session was much shorter. It was a Sunday. It was still really cold. Ian did come down. He doesn't appear on this day. He pissed off to have Sunday lunch with his parents in the warm, which was probably a good idea. I've got one update for you, and we'll finally properly introduce you to Matt. After this clip, we all left and went at Burger King. So that's all for Sunday. Enjoy.
Wiring is occurring, or sort of removing significant numbers of wires, and also polystyrene because, well, Pete didn't like it, basically. Isn't that right, Pete?
I'm fucking cold.
It's quite cold out here. Oh, so we've got some wiring on the floor, which is
So
fun.
does anybody know who's watching the video this is?
This is Matt.
Alright.
He's very good at wires. So, ask him about wires. We don't have a clue, do we, Pete?
Didn't know a thing about wiring to start hanging around with me.
Eh?
Didn't know a thing about wiring to start hanging around with me. I don't know what that was.
Anyway, so we're removing all sorts of nonsense from this. So it's going well, probably. Don't really know, to be honest.
Now, that was a bit short, that Sunday thing, and I thought I don't want to end the episode there. But earlier in the episode, we mentioned where the Haltech was going to live in the dash. So I thought I would show you a little bit more about that. So we're going to put the dash in, and you'll see where it will sit in the future. First of all, we had to trim the little airbag cover thing so that it fit in the dash properly with our mount.
If this snaps now, we're going to look like complete dicks, aren't we?
You are. Just imagine the angelic music.
I'm sure you can put something in editing.
I could, but I probably won't be asked. Nice. Look at that. That is a pretty cool place for an ECU cover.
Anybody who's got an MX5 Mark 1 or 2 will know the usual place is down in the footwell. And when your roof leaks, because you basically fucking grab a jacuzzi with these things, your ECU always gets wet. So that's why that's up there.
Ian actually mentioned that in episode 6.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh, well,
So there you go.
Fair play, Ian. Much love.
The plate's over there
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool place for an ECU. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is vaguely what it'll look like, but with a glove box.
I can imagine your glove box is there.
Pretty neat. And then when you want to, when you're at a show and you want to show off your Pov-Spec Haltech. Ta-da! It's still Haltech though, really expensive shit.
Yeah.
Very nice.
The Pov-Spec joke, in case nobody gets it, was because one of our friends, Ian, who's been in an earlier video, said, which ECU have got? Have you got the R3 or the R5? Right, now these ECUs are really expensive. You probably know that if you're watching shit like this. So I said, oh, I've got the R3. He went, oh, the cheap one. So ever since there's been a joke that the R3 is the cheap ECU. It's not, it's just they're exactly the same thing, but an R3, an R5's got more inputs and outputs. On a Mark 1 MX5, which is basically an engine and 2 seats, you don't need all the inputs and all the outputs that the R5 can do. I mean, it would be nice, but you don't need them, so that's why we went for the R3.
Keep making your excuses.
That and it was like £2,000 cheaper.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's 2,000 good reasons why I went for the R3.
Now, unfortunately, that is going to be the end of this episode of the V8 build. However, do not fear. If you enjoyed the wiring, there's much more to come. So, look forward to it. It's probably nicer rewiring than it is to rip it all out. I'm not really sure. It's all wiring to me. Anyway, that's all. So, thank you very much for watching, and ta-ra!